Well, I'm absolutely gutted. Thunder decided it didn't want to take a trip with us to Czech Republic this year. 18 months of planning, getting the bike ready after a very difficult couple of years. Yesterday decided to have a power surge. So it's taken out the rev counter unit, the amplifier, ABS system, no speedo, no sat nav, bit of a guesstimate on what fuel it's got. So that was a quick clip of just after the bike broke down, just before we went to Lipno. So you might tell I wasn't very happy at the time, but there you go. Subsequently, we made it to Lipno, and there's some videos going out on my YouTube of how we got there and what we got up to. So back to Thunder. Yeah, the story is I had to source part through a dear friend John in America, the new rev unit. He managed to find brand new set, a pair. So then the saga continues with that one. Yeah, another good friend of mine, Art, he assisted me in the purchase. He then shipped the part to John free of charge, and John was going to ship it to me. Long story, I won't go into that one. So yeah, so John very kindly sorted it all out, sent the part to me. This all happened just before we went away, and then we'd sorted out the finer details when we got back. So the part is on its way from America. So in between time, I'm thinking, what can I do with the bike? It still runs. As I said, I don't have speedo, I don't have fuel gauge, I don't have sat nav, and it's not allowing the amplifier to fire up, so you don't have music, which is, people that ride with me know that's a major problem. But anyway, so in between time, I've very kindly with Rob from Checker Flag, we got a GPS speedo. So I was going to do a little video of me putting this all together, but I've got this little digital display. It works off the GPS, and very crudely fitted it to a bit of wood, glued it as well so it doesn't go anywhere. It literally just sits in that pocket and it plugs in inside to give it power. Very crude, because I knew I was getting the new part. So main problem is it's not really angled, and I can't figure out a temporary way of holding that down without causing damage and everything. So it's there, it works, it gives me a little bit of a reading. So the saga of the part continues. I decided to put in the tracking number to see where the part was. It was like 3-4 days after it was sent. I then found it was sat in my local town in Weybridge, and it was waiting for import duty to be paid on it. I'd had no notifications or nothing. So then I had to put in the code to get the information up to obviously pay the import duty. And to my horror, £144 import duty. So it sat 2 miles down the road and I can't get hold of it. So this sat there for a week. I'd rung up the tax office for imports, and they basically said, tough, it is what it is. Now, £144 is just about what the part cost. It's absolutely ridiculous. They've calculated it wrong, but if I wanted the part, I had to. So yeah, I had to come up with the money, and it was delivered Saturday. So I haven't actually opened it yet. So there you go, £144, tiny box. Only cost £26 to get it delivered. But yeah, I haven't even opened it yet to see if it's the right part, so I'm doing that now. So a little bit worried because in the picture it showed them in a brand new Indian box. I'll see if I can drop the link in. So that's the rev I wanted. It's got the Indian logo on, everything. Looks like the same plug, looks like the same unit from memory. And there's the other one. So that'll fit in them tomorrow. Right, got the parts in there. So today's the day we see if Thunder's gonna be repairable. There's my digital display. Works off GPS. You see it's coming alive. The angle's not brilliant. I'll get too much sun reflection, but it's better than nothing. Not found its signal yet.
Another ride beyond the hill. Hands in grease, but the feeling's right. Fixing steel before the ride. Every bolt, every sound gets us rolling down the ground. Turn the spanner, take the time. Machine and rider, fall in line. Working on thunder, getting her right. Ready to roll through the fading light. Miles of road, waiting now.
So as usual, forgot to start filming, so I've just got the front off, windscreen off, just about to take the assembly off the top of the gauges to get to them. But yeah, it's not that hard a job, just to do things systematically. There you go. Speed gauges in there. That's the one I'm getting to. Yeah, so I didn't film the last little bit. I got the front off, got the connector off the other rev counter, connected it to the new one, started it up, still dead. My heart just disappeared through my chest. But yeah, so I've now started putting it back together, just put the windscreen mount back on, and look at that. I've never been more pleased to see the fucking engine light. So what it was in the end, we had to short it out because we were testing the other side. We were getting 12 volts to both plugs. but it wasn't actuating, so the 12 volts is sitting there not allowed to do anything, so it wasn't switching it. So we shorted it and fuse. So the fuse that supplies it had a hairline crack in it, so on the startup it was enough to just make the connection not work. So never had that before, but just change your fuses. Don't test them, just change them in the future. That's what I'll do. But there you go. So I've got a brand new set of gauges for sale on eBay. Right, so I want to wrap up this video on the Thunder just to give you a quick summary. So the other week I stopped for fuel and the rev counter stopped working. Subsequently, no sat nav, no speedo, no fuel gauge, no ABS. So I didn't know how fast I was going, didn't know how far I'd get, and didn't know where the hell I was. So that's what prevented us to take the bike to the IRF and check. So we did that by plane. That's on another video. So what we did, stripped all the front down. So all the windscreen had to come off, the front, this top panel comes off, and you can get to this unit. Pulled the plug out, we checked the plug, checked there was 12 volts going to it. So then we assumed the unit had an issue. We had one side working. We again, without the full diagrams, we assumed that the fuse controlled both units, which it does. Anyway, so we did the test, couldn't get it to work. We then put 12 volts to the unit, couldn't get it to work. So ordered the new unit. I went through the rigmarole of having to rely on friends again in America because of the issues with Polaris, but I won't go into that one. We sourced older unit, but I was told it was compatible, and between two great friends in America the unit was shipped over. Then dear old HMRC jumped in and charged me just about the cost of the unit to bring it into the country when it was clearly marked as a second-hand motorcycle part. But there you go, that's what happens these days over here. So I then get the part. I then scheduled to take it down to the checkered flag for Rob to oversee me, make sure I didn't make any major mistakes. So massive thanks to Rob, he's helped me through all this massively. So stripped it all down again, took all the front off, took the windscreen, everything that off, got to the plug. So I thought, rather than taking the unit out sensibly, I'll just plug the new unit in, fire it up, and we'll see it working. Fired it up, not working. I'm not sure if I even videoed that yesterday or took a picture. I was, yeah, not a happy bunny. So yeah, didn't fire up. And then yeah, once I picked myself up from the shock of that, I got Rob out and we went through and started trying to diagnose why it wouldn't work. So we then checked the plug on the other unit, and then we worked out it has constant 12 volts, but it also has a 12 volt switch in. So both units constantly have 12 volts. That's one fuse. They then have a switch in, which is another fuse. So the switching element was giving the issue. So we tried to replicate 12 volts to switch the unit, which then shorted it out. But that basically took the fuse out that was causing the issue. So then we replaced the fuse, no problem. All up and running with the original part. So what we've found out since, that this fuse had a hairline crack in it. So when you tested it, it was fine. But when you put it under load, it didn't work. The moral of the story is just change your fuses. Don't check them, just change them. If you think there's an issue, change them. So yeah, we're going to change all the fuses in that cluster to make sure it's got new ones, because if I've had an issue with one, I'll have an issue with more. So I was riding with the engine light on since yesterday, but I'll fire it up and it's gone. Key's not present, so the red light's down, it's inside, but the engine light's not come on. It's going to ask for the keypad. So I have now not got the engine lights. Yesterday I did, and I thought, oh great, what next? But yeah, so Thunder is all up and running. So my next project is I'm going to strip the whole back off, because that clicking I'm getting. So I'm not sure what that is. Not had it before. It seems to be that side high up. I don't think it's the swing arm. It doesn't make the noise when I jump up and down on the saddle and then make the back go up and down. It's only a sideways movement. So I think there's something not done up properly down there. So I'm going to strip all the back end off. I'll do a video of that. I've never had the back mudguard off myself. Watched plenty of videos. Brandon Picasso, I'll put a link in to him. Watched his, and they're very informative, and he basically, as I've took the inspiration from him. So I've shown you real time what we've done with this fault on here, and yeah, it's probably down to us not checking the fuse, but it was an intermittent. Tested it, was fine, just replace. But yeah, we've learnt. So now, anybody want a brand new pair of gauges for Indian Roadmaster Chieftain? I've got a set. Right, see you on the next one.
Cool Cornish.